Welcome back. I'm Andy Parks from the Washington Times. So who are we to believe? St. Fauci? Mr. I Am Science? Or the doctors actually administering aid to those affected? The latest strain of the Z virus. Oh, wait a minute. Can't call it that. The Wuhan wallop. Nope, can't say that either. That nasty flu bug variant is reportedly on the way here, and that's coming up. But first, as a listener to my podcast, you qualify to receive a 50% discount on an annual digital subscription to the Washington Times, and all you have to do is go to washingtontimes.com/Andy. That's washingtontimes.com/ANDY. So the Fauci says the latest Wuhan flu bug is either here or on the way. More mask mandates, more Biden administration nonsense to follow? Like Joe going shopping at a store in Nantucket requiring masks, but he didn't wear one? Fauci said we must be able to do everything and anything to fight this variant. But he also told George Step on All of Us on ABC's This Week that it's way too early to tell if we'll need more lockdowns and new mandates. Across the street at CBS's Deface the Nation, Fauci said,
"They're really criticizing science because I represent science."
Now, here's a guy that's not supposed to be political, right? Right. He's supposed to be a scientist. So how many scientists do you know take shots at sitting senators?
Senator Cruz told the Attorney General you should be prosecuted.
Yeah. I'd have to laugh at that. I should be prosecuted. What happened on January 6th, Senator?
Dr. Fauci, what did happen on January 6th? Why don't you elaborate? And while you're there, why don't you tear apart the democratic cities in this country where crime is out of control and you guys sat back and watched it happen? Please. Now, this is the part where you turn your head, cover your ears, and talk out loud to yourself so you don't hear about the success rate in dealing with the problem of COVID-19 in Florida. I mean, really. The lowest COVID cases per capita in the U.S. Take a hint, Fauci. Do we really have to stop work again? Do we have to wear more masks? The short answer, no. Why not let nature run its course? Seems to be working in Florida. Meanwhile, Massachusetts will be getting digital vaccine passports soon. They'll join New York and about 15 to 20 other states. Nothing like giving up your personal health information to total strangers, right? And Massachusetts is run by a well-liked Republican governor. You know, sort of like Lockdown Larry, the rhino from Maryland. In a rather obvious about-face, the Biden administration has determined that international travel to the U.S. from certain African countries will be banned due to the latest wave or variant of the Wuhan wallop. Funny? Seems like not long ago, Joe Biden and the liberal lefties condemned Donald Trump for being racist when he did the same thing. The left labeled Trump's action as the Muslim ban, remember? It affected travel from 6 African nations. But somehow the media is okay with Biden's ban. Here's Peter Doocy of Fox News questioning White House spokesperson Jen Psaki.
Before Joe Biden was president, he said that COVID travel restrictions on foreign countries were hysterical xenophobia and fear-mongering. So what changed?
Well, I would say first, to put it in full context, Peter, what the president was critical of was the way that the former president put out, I believe, a xenophobic tweet and how he called what he called the coronavirus and who he directed it at. The president has not been critical of travel restrictions.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, my. These people will lie right to your face and smile while they're doing it. The media, they're helpers. Wow. It's like their coverage of the Rittenhouse case. Non-stop. He was guilty in the eyes of the liberal left media almost immediately. And just to make sure, they injected race into the equation, even though there wasn't a black victim or shooter. By contrast, let's look at the case of Darrell Brooks, the left-wing radical terrorist who mowed down 62 people, killing 6 last week at a Wisconsin Christmas parade. Brooks, who is 39 years old, has been in trouble with the law since he was 17. Do the math. Most recently, on November 5th of this year, Brooks tried to run over his ex-girlfriend with the same red SUV he used for the parade. I guess now she's what, an ex-girlfriend? And if you add this to rape and other violent crimes over the years, you have the makings of a real piece of you-know-what. However, the left-wing media, including the Washington Post and CNN, have done stories over the last couple of days never mentioning Brooks but claiming, quote, the car drove into the crowded parade. Whoa, 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 whoa. You mean there was no one driving the car? The car just drove itself? Let me tell you something. If Kyle Rittenhouse had been behind the wheel, they'd mention it at every turn. You can bet on it. Now, I did mention CNN, where the cover-up continues, well, at least for now. The snake in the grass, Chris Cuomo, known as Fredo to the right, has been suspended. New information released on Monday indicates his involvement in covering up for his now ex-governor brother Andrew may run deeper than originally thought. This is prompting CNN to address the situation more thoroughly. You see, here's the problem. Chris Cuomo, under oath, claimed, quote, I've never influenced or attempted to control CNN's coverage of my family. There you go again, liar, liar, pants on fire. Quite simply, any investigation as performed by CNN will be bogus, we know that. But the hurdle of lying under oath should land Cuomo in jail. It won't happen, but it should. Uh-oh, seems the mistake of the week goes to the Salvation Army. Wow. Donations have plummeted through the floor after it was disclosed that the Salvation Army wanted white donors to offer a sincere apology for their racism. On Thanksgiving, the organization refuted the claims of their racial demands, but now it appears the Let's Talk About Racism guide was the problem. What? The Salvation Army did acknowledge occasionally publishing internal study guides on various complex topics to foster positive conversation. Oh, that's it. How'd that work out for you? You know, since I was a kid, I would put money in the red kettle of the Salvation Army, but never again. Well, that'll do it for me for today. I think there's a local smash and grab down the street, and I got to get going. Thanks for joining me. Remember to receive a 50% discount on an annual digital subscription to the Washington Times. Go to washingtontimes.com/Andy. You'll get 24/7 digital access to the Washington Times at 50% off. Again, go to washingtontimes.com/ANDY. I'm Andy Parks. Have a great day.